And hello again, guys. This will be the first recipe for the festive season. So I've got a recipe on cupcakes, reindeer cupcakes. So I hope you'll enjoy reindeers. I like reindeers. And I hope you enjoy a really quick and easy recipe. Alrighty, we're gonna rip right into it. Now, just bear in mind that the measurements I want to give you make 24 cupcakes, not 12, like a standard recipe. So I've doubled the recipe to make 24 cupcakes. So we're gonna stick in our flour to start with. We're gonna go with 1.5 cups of plain flour, followed by half a cup of cocoa powder, followed by 1 cup of caster sugar, and to finish off our dry ingredients, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Just give everything a nice mix around so it's well incorporated. And this is the beauty of this recipe. It's really quick and easy to throw together, really simple. We're going to add our wet ingredients straight to this bowl. We're going to start with 160 grams of melted butter, followed by 4 eggs that we've beat in a separate bowl, and we're just going to tip these in. And we're going to finish our wet ingredients with 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and 1 cup of milk. And again, really simple. Get an electric beater and just mix it around until it's nice and smooth mixture. And we're going to add this into our muffin tin. So grab a 12-hole muffin tin, line your tin with muffin, what are they called? Muffin liners. And we're just going to spoon in roughly around a heaped or a large tablespoon of the mixture into each hole, and just top it up as necessary. It should be at 2/3 of the way full to get a nice smooth cupcake shape. And we're just going to bake this at 180 degrees for around 15 to 20 minutes. Now obviously you check at 15 minutes, insert a toothpick or a knife. If it comes out clean, perfect, they're done. And just do the same with your next lot, and you should have 24 cupcakes, or if you've half the recipe, 12 cupcakes that we can move on to ice. Alrighty, now let's start with the icing. We're going to get a smaller bowl, and into this bowl we're going to stick in 1 cup of softened butter. That's 225 grams of softened butter, and we're just going to give this a bit of a whisk with our electric beater to make sure it's nice and fluffy. We're going to add in our cocoa powder. We've got 1/3 of a cup of cocoa powder, and again with our electric beater, make sure it's well incorporated. Now we're going to add in our icing sugar or confectionery sugar. We're going to start with 2 cups of sugar. We're going to just mix this in with a spoon until you get your desired consistency. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of milk just to make things a little bit smoother for when we ice. And again, this is down to personal preference of how soft or how hard you want your icing for your cupcake. Alright, now comes time to actually decorate our icing, our cupcake, the most important part of making a good cupcake. Now we're going to grab a cupcake, make sure they're really nice and cold, so you don't want these to warm, otherwise our icing is going to be runny. Make sure they're nice and cool, and we're going to get some of the icing we've just made and just apply a generous amount on top of our cupcake. Following this, we're going to stick on a small circular biscuit. Doesn't matter what type of biscuit it is. Could be a wafer. And we're just going to make sure that's sitting around 2/3 of the way in. Then we're going to add in our pretzels. Make sure these are going to be the antlers or the ears for our reindeer. We're just going to push them into the icing. And also we're going to stick a little bit more icing on top of the pretzels, where we're going to stick on our eyes. Otherwise they will fall off. So insert 2 M&Ms. Make sure they're white. And the same applies for the nose. Put a little bit of icing on the back of a M&M, doesn't matter what type of colour you've gone with, and insert it the upper half of our biscuits. Entirely up to you how your reindeer look, but that's what I've gone with. And just to finish them off, we're going to grab a small toothpick and slightly water down our icing until it's almost like paint. I'm going to paint on small little dots for its eyes just to make them a little bit more, realistic. So really, there you have it. It really is quite easy from start to finish on how you can make these cool little cupcakes. I do have to say you should eat them within the day you make them. Otherwise, you might run the risk of your pretzels going a little bit soggy as it absorbs the moisture from the icing. But other than that, they taste absolutely fantastic. They look even better. So I hope you can use this for your festive season. And keep an eye out for possibly a couple more videos before Christmas. I'm detailing a few more Christmas recipes.